Hey there, science fans! Welcome to Science with Oscar. Today, we're diving into the amazing world of chemistry to learn about something called covalent bonds. Everything around us, from the air we breathe to the food we eat, is made up of tiny particles called atoms. Atoms are like the Lego bricks of the universe. Atoms are so small that you can't even see them with a regular microscope. But even though they're tiny, they're super important because they're the building blocks of everything we see and interact with. Now, atoms are a bit like us. They like to have friends. And just like we make friends by sharing our toys or snacks, atoms make friends by sharing something special called electrons. These electrons are even tinier particles that whiz around the center of an atom. You can think of them like tiny planets orbiting a sun. When atoms share electrons with each other, they form a special kind of bond called a covalent bond. It's like holding hands with your friend to stay together. But why do atoms share electrons in the first place? Well, it all has to do with something called electron shells. You see, electrons don't just zoom around the atom randomly, they like to hang out in specific areas called shells, kind of like how students sit in different rows in a classroom. Each electron shell has a certain number of seats, and atoms are happiest when all the seats in their outermost shell are filled. It's like having a full house at a party. So when an atom's outermost shell isn't full, it looks for other atoms to share electrons with. It's like inviting friends over to fill the empty seats at your party. When two atoms both need electrons to fill their outer shells, they can form a covalent bond by sharing a pair of electrons. It's like playing a friendly game of tug-of-war, where both atoms hold on to the electrons at the same time. This sharing of electrons creates a strong attraction between the atoms, holding them together like glue. And that, my friends, is a covalent bond. Section 5. Water. A prime example of covalent bonding in action. One of the most common and important examples of covalent bonding is water. Water is essential for all known forms of life. It covers about 71% of the Earth's surface and is vital for various biological processes. Without water, life as we know it would not exist. But what makes water so special at the molecular level? Let's dive deeper into the fascinating world of water molecule. A water molecule is made up of one oxygen atom and two hydrogen atoms. This simple structure is the key to water's unique properties. The oxygen atom is much larger than the hydrogen atoms and has a higher electronegativity, meaning it attracts electrons more strongly. This creates a polar molecule with a partial negative charge near the oxygen atom and a partial positive charge near the hydrogen atoms. Oxygen has 6 electrons in its outer shell but wants 8, while each hydrogen atom has 1 electron but wants 2. This desire for a full outer shell drives the formation of covalent bonds. In a water molecule, the oxygen atom shares 1 electron with each hydrogen atom. This sharing allows all 3 atoms to achieve a more stable electron configuration. So, the oxygen atom shares 1 electron with each hydrogen atom, forming 2 covalent bonds. These bonds are strong and stable, holding the water molecule together. The shared electrons spend more time closer to the oxygen atom, giving it a slight negative charge, while the hydrogen atoms have a slight positive charge. This polarity allows water molecules to form hydrogen bonds with each other, leading to many of water's unique properties. This sharing satisfies everyone's need for a full outer shell and creates a stable water molecule. The stability of water molecules is crucial for life. Hydrogen bonds between water molecules give water a high specific heat capacity, meaning it can absorb a lot of heat without changing temperature. This property helps regulate the Earth's climate and maintain stable conditions for life. Additionally, water's polarity makes it an excellent solvent, allowing it to dissolve a wide range of substances necessary for biological processes. So, next time you take a sip of water, remember the incredible molecular dance that makes it all possible. Section 6. Covalent versus ionic bonds, sharing versus giving away. In this section, we will delve into the fascinating world of chemical bonds, focusing on the differences between covalent and ionic bonds. Understanding these bonds is crucial for grasping the fundamentals of chemistry and how different substances interact with each other. Now, covalent bonds aren't the only way atoms can bond with each other. Atoms have various ways to connect, and each type of bond has its own unique properties and significance. Covalent bonds are just one piece of the puzzle in the grand scheme of chemical interactions. There's another type of bond called an ionic bond, where one atom actually gives an electron to another atom instead of sharing it. This transfer of electrons creates a strong electrostatic force that holds the atoms together, forming a stable ionic compound. The process of electron transfer is fundamental to the formation of many substances we encounter in our daily lives. Think of it like this. In a covalent bond, the atoms are like roommates sharing a pizza. They each take a slice, enjoying the meal together and maintaining a balanced relationship. This sharing of electrons allows the atoms to achieve a stable electron configuration, similar to how roommates share resources to create a harmonious living environment. In an ionic bond, one atom orders a pizza and gives the whole thing to the other atom. This act of giving away the entire pizza represents the complete transfer of electrons from one atom to another. The receiving atom becomes negatively charged, while the donating atom becomes positively charged, creating a strong attraction between them. Ionic bonds are important too, but they usually form between a metal and a nonmetal. Metals, with their tendency to lose electrons, and nonmetals, with their tendency to gain electrons, make a perfect pair for ionic bonding. This type of bond is essential in the formation of many compounds, such as table salt, which is made up of sodium, a metal, and chlorine, a nonmetal. While covalent bonds usually form between two nonmetals, nonmetals tend to share electrons to achieve stability, leading to the formation of molecules like water and carbon dioxide. These covalent bonds are crucial for the structure and function of many organic and inorganic compounds, playing a vital role in the chemistry of life and the environment. Section 7. The importance of covalent bonds, from water to DNA. Covalent bonds are incredibly important because they hold together the atoms in many of the molecules that make up our world. These bonds are the glue that keeps the atoms together, forming the essential compounds that sustain life. Without covalent bonds, the very fabric of our existence would unravel. They are the reason why molecules can form complex structures, enabling the diversity of life we see around us. We already talked about water, one of the most vital substances on Earth. Water molecules are held together by covalent bonds, which give water its unique properties, such as its high surface tension and its ability to dissolve many substances. These properties are crucial for life as they allow water to transport nutrients and waste products in living organisms. But covalent bonds are also responsible for holding together the sugars in our food. Sugars, like glucose, are essential for providing energy to our cells. The covalent bonds in these molecules store energy that is released when the bonds are broken during metabolism. This energy is what powers our daily activities, from thinking to moving. The proteins in our bodies are another example of molecules held together by covalent bonds. Proteins are made up of long chains of amino acids linked together by covalent bonds. These proteins perform a wide range of functions, from building and repairing tissues to acting as enzymes that speed up chemical reactions. Without covalent bonds, these complex and vital molecules could not exist, and even the DNA that carries our genetic information is held together by covalent bonds. DNA is composed of two long strands of nucleotides, which are linked together by covalent bonds to form the famous double helix structure. This structure is essential for the replication and transmission of genetic information, ensuring that our traits are passed down from one generation to the next. Without covalent bonds, life as we know it wouldn't be possible. These bonds are the foundation of the molecules that make up all living things, from the simplest bacteria to the most complex plants and animals. They enable the diversity of life forms and the intricate interactions between them, creating the rich tapestry of life on Earth. So next time you take a sip of water or marvel at the complexity of nature, remember the tiny but mighty covalent bonds that make it all possible. These bonds are the unsung heroes of the molecular world, working tirelessly behind the scenes to create and sustain life. The next time you see a scientist holding a molecular model, or studying the intricate details of molecular structures, think about the covalent bonds that are at the heart of their research. These bonds are not just a scientific concept, they are the very essence of life itself, connecting the atoms that form the molecules that make up everything around us. Before moving to the next chapter, do not forget to subscribe. Section 8. Dive deeper into the world of chemistry. That's it for our quick dive into the world of covalent bonds. I hope you learned something new and exciting today. Chemistry is a fascinating subject with endless wonders to explore. From From the smallest atoms to the largest molecules, there's always something new to discover. If you're curious to learn more about chemistry and the amazing world around us, be sure to check out your local library or science museum. There's a whole universe of knowledge waiting for you. Section 9. Stay curious and keep exploring. Remember, science is all about asking questions, exploring the world around us, and never stopping learning. So keep your curiosity alive, and who knows what amazing discoveries you might make. And hey, if you want to learn more about cool science stuff like covalent bonds, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more fun and educational content.